thank you so much for tuning into today's live stream. Today is April 1st. Happy April Fools. But yeah, to begin today's live stream, I do want to take a look at the economic calendar here. So today we have ISM manufacturing PMI, and we have JOLTS job openings. So these two news drivers here are red news drivers, and they're going to bring in volatility coming into today. So it measures JOLTS job openings. It measures the number of job openings during the reported month, excluding the farming industry. Released monthly about 35 days after the month ends. Alright, but yeah, so coming into today, we have some volatility. Technicals wise, let's take a look at the daily time frame. So like I went over with you guys here on yesterday's live stream, I draw your attention towards this weekly candle here, right? And with the way that we close here on this weekly candle, you could anticipate that we're most likely going to take out previous week's low. Right? It's a down close candle, bearish. Easiest assumption to make is that we're going to take out previous week's low. And so when we opened up here on Sunday, we took out previous week's low, and yeah, after doing so, I'm not going to really force a weekly objective anymore, right? My weekly objective has been already completed, so I'm not going to try to force anything here. However, going into the daily time frame here. So let's take a look at this daily candle. So this is the candle that was created yesterday, right? And that candle, the way that we created it, the way that we closed, suggests to me that we're most likely going to take out the daily high. Right, so let me draw your attention towards that candle so it can be a little bit clearer. So there, that's that daily candle, right? The easiest assumption to make here with the way that we closed here on that candle is that we should take out the daily high and rebalance, right? Rebalance into this daily inefficiency. And so what do we end up doing? We ended up trading into that daily inefficiency and taking out previous day high. That was my draw of liquidity coming into today. And after we complete the daily objective, right, I can't force anything else here on the daily time frame. I'm just gonna have to sit on my hands and wait until we get another daily candle for me to actually use the daily candle's objective, right? Yeah, I mean, coming into today, I want to see how we are going to trade at this daily inefficiency, right? We should respect this fair value gap. So today's April 1st, right? So that means that today's the first day of the month, and this is the monthly candle from March. So this is March's monthly candle. And with the way that we close here on the monthly, with the way that we closed here on the monthly candle here on March, the easiest assumption that you can make is that we're going to probably take out the monthly low. That's the easiest assumption to make, right? And so once we trade into this daily inefficiency, we should respect it because of the monthly time frame. the monthly time frame suggests lower prices, right? I'm going to be bearish this entire going into this entire month, and I really do want to see us take out, you know, previous month low, and that would be the draw of liquidity for me. Coming into the next month, and yeah, that's pretty much all I have here for the morning. At least I'm just like I said, the monthly candle here suggests is lower prices, right? I want to see us continued lower. Daily time frame, we already completed the daily objective. I want to see us respect this daily inefficiency and continue lower as well. Coming into the morning, at least I'm gonna wait until the 4-hour candle and the 8-hour candle closes. So this is the 4-hour candle, this is the 8-hour candle. Those two time frames, they're about to close here in about 20 minutes or so, and depending on how we close on those two time frames will tell me if we're going to, you know, continue lower, you know, are we going to continue lower here for the morning, or like what are we gonna do, right? So I'm just gonna sit on my hands and just wait, yeah, hopefully that gives you guys some insight on what I really want to see here on the charts. Lower prices if we can create a bearish 4-hour candle and bearish 8-hour candle. But like I said, monthly time frame, I am favoring the sell side delivery, right? We just traded into a weekly fair value gap and we respected it. So coming into this week, I do want to see a continuation lower. If we're thinking this in terms of power of 3, right? What does it always do? A candle, like there's always going to be the open. In a down close candle, there's always going to be the high, low, and then close. This is something that's very typical, right? So this this for me would be something that I would anticipate, right? We open up here on the monthly candle. We manipulate higher into some sort of, you know, higher time, or sorry, not higher time frame, but lower time frame PD array, such as this daily fair value gap. We manipulate higher, and then we get that expansion lower, right? Because of this previous monthly candle. And yeah, that's pretty much all I want to go over with you guys. Let's see here. What can I do now? So I'll open up some trading journals, and I'll probably hop into a chess game just before the open here. Very, very scrambushous. I should have brought out this one first. Well. Your time, your time, your... Castle. I'm gonna type that square. See if he notices it. I don't think I'm fine with trading this here. Is he gonna take this first? Oh, did he leave? Maybe it was lagging. Ding, 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 ding. I've never seen this start before. Oh, whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. Is he here? That's interesting, to say the least. Very, very interesting, to say the least. Huh. Have this line up here. Now his knight can't go anywhere, right? here. I might actually do this. I'm gonna bring up my bishop like here. Wow. Wait. Oh, I had made it one here. Oh my gosh. Oh, and I was trolling. Ugh. I had this entire side here. I had this. So, I mean, and then I also had this. So we only had 2 squares, and then all I had to do was here. Well, GG's. GG's. Pretty interesting morning so far. Very, very interesting so far. C and Q, SMT at the previous day high, and then we also have SMTs at the lows. Super interesting. ES, we have the same idea here as well, right? Daily candle here on ES suggests the idea that we're most likely going to continue higher, drive prices higher, and probably going to take out previous day high as well. But notice how there is a SMT right now between between NQ and ES at previous day high, right? So ES, we failed to take out previous day high, whereas NQ, we did take out previous day high. Just something that, you know, I want to draw your attention to here. So let's see if we can create a bullish. Well, just I'll have 2 narratives. We'll see. Coming into the morning, I do want to see us create a bullish candle if we're going to take out previous day high. If not, then you know, then that's okay as well. Let's check out what's on the wall. What's on the Wall Street Journal. equities investment firm plans to lead a funding and for-profit subsidiary of OpenAI, valuing ChatGPT maker at $300 billion. Wow. SoftBank Group has agreed to lead a funding of up to $40 billion in a for-profit subsidiary of OpenAI, valuing ChatGPT's maker at $300 billion. The company said it had decided to make additional investments in OpenAI to further support its growth and capture benefits. To receive the full sum, OpenAI has to successfully restructure into an independent for-profit company by the end of the year. In January, SoftBank and OpenAI announced they plan to invest up to $500 billion in AI infrastructure in the United States, together with other partners such as Oracle and Abu Dhabi-based MGX. The joint venture, called Stargate, will build data centers for OpenAI. SoftBank's stock has declined in recent weeks as tech shares sold off on Wall Street, partly because of concerns about U.S. tariffs and inflation and high borrowing costs. The company reported quarterly net loss for the 3 months ended December, in part because of the weakness in its technology funds business. Oh my goodness. Review monthly objective. I have already done that with you guys already. So what's the monthly objective, right? If you guys were paying attention, then you guys would have known the answer to that question. The answer to the question, what is the monthly objective, is the monthly low. This monthly candle here on ES, what does it suggest? Lower prices, right? The idea that we should take out previous month low because of the way that we closed here on this monthly candle is something that you can anticipate. deals of all stock transactions, so no cash.
Chưa đọc hả?
Hả?
Chưa đọc hả?
Dạ chưa. The advisors were also. Alright, so there's the open. And let's see here. So we actually gapped up. Very interesting. So we gapped up here in the morning at 10 a.m. and yeah, so let's take a look at how we close here on the 4-hour candle and the 8-hour candle. Both these time frames are suggesting to me that we're most likely going to take out the 4-hour low, but with this gap up, I'm not too sure, right? It's something I don't want to force here, for sure. For sure, this is something that I don't want to force lower prices or not. Just probably gonna just sit on my hands. I'm gonna go over the pros and cons here with you guys and probably call it a day. So, alright, so the first question is, what should I continue to do, right? From previous week, what did I learn and what should I learn? What did I learn and what should I continue to do? Well, coming into this week, the first thing is that I should take consistent trades. I should always take consistent trades, right? And how I'm going to do that is by requiring 3 components every time I take a trade: a higher time frame objective, a model, and an entry pattern. All 3 of those components should be identified before I even take a trade. So second, utilizing SMT with my trades, right? A lag. Lack of SMT equals possible continuation. Presence of SMT equals a possible reversal, right? The idea that SMT indicates that there's been manipulation, it's a visual price action indicator that tells you that, hey, there's some sort of market manipulation here right now. Be careful, you know? So if there is a lack of SMT, that means that prices are going to want to drive prices in that continuation to find that SMT, right? For there to be some sort of SMT, like here at previous day high, where, you know, NQ we took out previous day high, but ES we failed to. That's SMT. But yeah, third, using standard deviations for, you know, forward for forward projections. If your standard deviation projections aligns with existing liquidity, that just makes it more probable that those standard deviations are going to be hit, right? And understanding the importance of time frame alignment. Time frame alignment, imagine it like reading a book. You always want to read a book from page 1, page 2 to page 3, page 4, page 5, etc. Skipping pages, like going from page 1 to page 10, you're going to miss out on important information, right? There might be new characters that get introduced. What if your main character is a bad guy? What if it, you know, a lot of variables. In trading, you have to take it like that as well. you have to approach it like that as well. So here you can see here on the top left corner of my screen here, you can see page, or I said page 1, but 1 minute, 2 minute, 3 minute, and then 15, 30, 1 hour. I never go from looking at weekly order flow straight onto the 1 minute time frame, right? I'm skipping like 5 pages. I don't know what's going on. So like going from the weekly, I might go onto the daily. Going from the daily, I might go onto the 8 hour. Going from the 8 hour, I might go onto the 1 hour, and then 30 minute, and then 15 minute, right? Page 1, page 2, page 3, page 4, page 5. And yeah, those are the things I should continue to do. Consistent trades, utilizing SMT, using standard deviations if possible, and time frame alignment, understanding the importance of time frame alignment. What are some things I can work on? Coming into this week, I should spend my time and to learn, but not only should I learn, like just briefly read over things, but I always have to ask the question why, right? Whenever picking a stock, whenever deciding to do something important, always do your due diligence and just do a lot of research over it, right? Second, concentrate. Last week, there were a lot of instances where I could just be distracted by the most, just dumbest things, right? So this week, really concentrate and really focus and channel my energy towards just developing, right? Importance of momentum. So coming into this week, improvements, like I said, taking those consistent trades, right? Requiring a higher time frame objective, a model, and an entry pattern before taking trade at all. Second, continue to utilize SMT during a trade and before a trade. Just to utilize SMT is going to prevent a lot of unnecessary losses. And third, follow the rules of my live funded account. There are 2 rules where I think that really stands out to me is trading activity, right? Trade at least once a week, and this is something that sometimes isn't even possible, right? You can't force a trade to happen every single day or every single week. However, the way I'm going to negate this is by I'm just gonna take a preemptive paper cut loss, right? Once a week, I'm gonna take a random trade where I'm just gonna risk 100 just so that I can get that trade over with. And second, consistency, right? Profit, having my profit target at 2,500, and the maximum risk I could do per trade, or the maximum profit I could make per trade, is going to be 40% of that 2.5. And fourth, just be patient. Don't force anything to happen. You can't force a trade to come to you, or like to just you can't force a trade. Allow the markets to come to you. And yeah, and that's gonna wrap it up for today's live stream. Here, you guys probably here about to see us take out the 4-week low, or not the 4-week low, the 4-hour low, here in about like 6 minutes or so. Maybe not even 6 minutes, but yeah, we're about to take out that 4-hour low. Just watch. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, be safe.